coffee and almond milk. But yeah, I'm back.
The slave trader is dead.
Yes, the birds brought word to me. War is a dirty business. Labor and soldiers seem to be in short supply. Killing that man has saved countless lives. You've no doubt deprived the Crusaders and Saracens of additional troops. These are dark days, when men's lives are valued in gold, and such small amounts at that.
He saw it differently. Claimed they were not slaves at all, that he was helping them.
Do you know how it is you can tell a man is mad?
They speak to air, claw themselves.
No. They are the ones who speak and act as if there is nothing wrong.
I don't understand.
Few are the men who would admit to evil. Always rationalized. Always explained.
So he lied.
I was not there. Did not hear his words myself. But yes, if you speak truly, I think he was simply trying to excuse his deeds.
I saw them, though. The men and women who would be slaves. They were a strange sort. Old, mad, sick.
Weak, yes. What better way to make a soldier than to take a broken man and rebuild him? Give him all he's been denied, with the promise of more.
It seems a lot of work.
It is. But what you get in return is loyalty. Knowing what it was they stood to lose, such men would be loath to betray their savior.
An interesting theory.
See? There is still much I can teach you. Everyone deceives. Each other, themselves. Learn to pierce the veil, and know that nothing is true. Go. It is time you continued with your work. Another rank is restored to you, as is a piece of your equipment. We'll speak again when the next has fallen.
Alright, so we get a little more of our health back. And this time we gain throwing knives and the ability to tackle. We will have the ability to practice both of these in the courtyard. Alright, this time we'll be traveling to Acker to take on one more target. And I'm not going to bother with practicing in the courtyard. But right now, that's the tackling animation. Kind of that hunch over. I can't remember for sure, but I want to say a shoulder button is used for the throwing knives. Not about to test that out with so many innocent around. Because after all, you make an attempt to kill too many innocents at once, and the game will automatically terminate your simulation. Now, I should mention that aside from just the whole history aspect, that's another part of the game that interested me. That it wasn't just in the past, but there's also the sci-fi aspect of the Animus.
Use the scholars you have rescued.
Locations interested me, especially with the later games having buildings. Yes, absolutely. That actually reminds me. Do you remember in in at least Assassin's Creed 2 Brotherhood and Revelations, Sean's commentary on the different places and people. that was ridiculous. But yes, very much that the buildings are recreation, or the more famed buildings are recreations of buildings that are or were actually there. And that was impressive in itself. They were really reaching for a degree of authenticity you don't normally see in a game. I think the only one I could think of that had reached even close to it, to that level, would be Civilization, but I feel like that's kind of stretching it. I truly have no idea if this is the right direction. I'm just kind of blindly moving at this point. Oh, hello, Mr. Templar. All just heading this way. Go a little further at first, but I'm sure eventually we'll get closer. God, I hated going through this area trying to find all the flags. It was ridiculous, especially since they're pretty small and not easy to mark on the map. Even with a map I found online. To think, despite my issues with the collectibles in here, I find myself wanting to play Banjo-Kazooie. Now there's a collectathon game for you. You know, Mike, now, I suddenly find myself realizing I have no idea if you've been streaming lately. Now, I know you said you were looking at, or had been using Beam and Twitch lately, but something tells me I don't have your, I don't have notifications set up to know when you go live. So let me recall where I put my phone. Let's see if I can change that. Oh, a little schedule? Like on... Wait, which page? With as many pages as you have, you gotta be a little more specific. I find myself funny today. Where did I put it? Let's see. Oh, I see. I see. What times are PM? All right. Oh, I see it. So you're doing, at the moment, you're doing just Twitch, or are you dual streaming to Beam as well? And here we have Acker. Alright, let's go forward. Oh, look, we don't have to go very far for what I wanted to find. Dual streaming. Okay. Well, then I'll probably take the opportunity and try beam out if nothing else is happening at home.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux? ردوها علي.
I'm happy to have been able to eliminate 2 of them. Got him.
How did you do that?
Come on. There we go. A little bit of a challenge, but
Is that the last
not
of
too
them?
hard.
I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured I won't forget it. There's a murderer.
Yeah, please don't. Alright, there's my way in.
Sam, where are you? I know you're here somewhere.
These are dark days indeed.
All right then. Where are you?
And hey, again, to everyone that is in the room right now watching, thank you for coming on in and tuning in. Absolutely love that you guys have done so. Love that we've had a couple new followers to the stream.
Responsible for this?
That would be Say Hello to Me. Oh, whoa, hang on, we've got more. That'd be Say Hello to Me and Girls Are Better. But we've also had Mike GG, of course. Paris Tilshin. Yeah, so 4 new followers to the stream. That is excellent today. I think that brings us to 255 so far. Alright, we'll exit the blend now that we're inside. And I don't know where the bureau is. At least I don't believe I do. So I think what has to happen is each and every time we gotta go to the first tower we find, climb it, and then it just, tells us. So compared to the other districts, Acker definitely has more of a French sound to it, so I think they have kind of taken this city, or at least taken to the security of it. Alright, so there's the viewpoint. Oh, didn't mean to drop, but oh well. No, hop, no. Alright. Heading back to the bureau. I'm not even sure who it is we're going to be killing this time. Yes, quite peculiar.
Leave this place. You won't get away from me.
Oh,
I can hear you breathing. There, come quickly. Don't. Yeah, yeah, you're done for. Just give up.
oh, someone is fighting me.
You can't hide forever.
Oh, come on. And we get to synchronize even though I'm under attack. Huzzah! We'll just wait a moment. I'll let,
You'll return.
Not close, or I'll return, but not anytime for you. Alright, let's see what the Bureau will tell me. I have to be coming close, right? I'll press left and X to use them. Alright. Whoops. I am strange. Thank you for noticing me.
Is there a reason for his nonsense?
I'm sorry, does there have to be a reason for your nonsense?
When is he gonna stop?
Yeah, I'm starting to get smart. SMRT. Alright. Now, I can't wait till the day that I can dual stream.
Told me you'd be paying a visit.
Gotta get that capture card one of these days.
Garnier de Naplouse, and so here I am. What can you tell me about him?
He is the Grand Master of the Knights Hospitaller, and surely keeps his quarters in their district. Beyond that, I cannot say. I suggest you search the city. See what you can learn from the people.
Tell me where they gather and I'll see what I can find.
The public gardens north of here, or what's left of them, are as good a place as any to begin. There's an abandoned market.
Hello,
northwest as well
Leon,
that
yes.
needs watching.
Not just any Assassin's
And Maria,
Creed, the
Jehoshaphat's
first.
church to the west remains a popular meeting place. These 3 locations should be sufficient for your needs.
I appreciate the information, Rafik. It will be put to good use.
See that it is.
And of course, welcome to the stream. Hey there, hi there, ho there. Alright. Now that we have an idea of who we're facing, let's start collecting our information. First up, I'm gonna come here and assassinate him.
Begging Saladin to save them, but he will not succeed, for none can withstand the might of King Richard's army. He is graced by God. It is only a matter of time, friends, before all the land is ours once more, just as it was meant to be.
Yeah, big problem with having around the area of Jerusalem at this time of history. You have 3 different religions and 3 different people all trying to claim it as their own. It was a mess, and ultimately kind of still is. The assassinating is doing pretty good so far. I haven't played this particular game in some time, and I thought I'd be really bad, really rusty. But so far we haven't died yet, so I take that as a good sign.
And beg forgiveness we must, for only when our hearts and
Alright, so we have a pickpocket up ahead. I bet it's going to be these guys. Right here.
I need this dealt with now. The ropes are eaten through with rot and must be replaced. If we wait any longer, we risk an accident.
I understand, but what of the houses I'm supposed to repair?
Never mind the citizens. What do they do anyway but cry and complain? It's the knights who sacrifice that the rest of us might live in peace.
But they've nowhere to go, and the rains will come soon.
I won't warn you again, boy. Do as you're told or you'll find yourself in irons.
Yes, sire.
First, sensible words out of your mouth. You've got the plans now. Get to work.
Poor guy. I almost hate to take something he clearly needs, but I need it more. Got it. Alright, we're just gonna dive through that. Okay. We'll save this citizen here.
Die here!
In the back. Alright. Now I'll talk to you.
Though don't think I couldn't have handled them myself. Still, you've done right by me. I'll see to it that the favor is returned.
I'm sure you could have handled them yourself. It was very apparent that you had the situation completely under control. Alright. Yeah, we'll go through this way. You know the one thing that does kind of irritate me, and it shouldn't, but it does? You can't tell because my camera's in the way, but the minimap in the bottom right corner has a number in the middle trying to tell me how close I am to this eavesdropping area. And unfortunately, all it says is, 40, 37. It's just the number. It doesn't actually tell me what that number is. And I have no idea. It won't tell me if it's meters. It won't tell me if it's feet. And for whatever reason, that bugs me infinitely more than it should.
So hungry, just a little money, I beg of you.
I only hope I don't sound too crazy and that I'm not the only one that thinks that.
You hear about Elaine?
The archer who guards the eastern wing?
Poor bastard's brother caught an arrow in the throat. Doubt he'll last the night.
How can he continue to work knowing what's to come?
He visits his brother often, so I cover for him when I can.
Hey, got the king. Welcome
You
back.
aren't there now.
No. I've family business of my own to attend to.
Then he'd best hope the doctor doesn't learn of his desertion.
He won't. Long as you stay silent.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me.
Alright, we've learned our 2 pieces of information. So we can go back to the Bureau and earn permission to assassinate this figure.
Please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please. I couldn't...
Oh yeah, I mean, I remember bits of it too, but compared to some of the more modern games, it feels so like there's a lot missing. Different ways of hiding, different ways of distracting the guards, different ways of getting the people to help you avoid the guards. It's tactics that I got very used to relying upon that are simply not in this game. And, whoop. And it definitely takes me a little bit to get used to not having those around. But I am excited to try out the Assassin's Creed Chronicles China that will be free on Xbox Live tomorrow.
How fares your search for Garnier?
I know when and how to strike.
Share your knowledge with me then.
He lives and works within the Order's hospital, northwest of here. Rumors speak of atrocities committed within its walls. It seems the good doctor enjoys experimenting on innocent citizens. Most of them kidnapped and brought here from Jerusalem.
Clever. By stealing his subjects from another city, he avoids arousing too much suspicion here. But back to the matter at hand. What is your plan?
Garnier keeps mainly to his quarters inside the hospital, though he leaves occasionally to inspect his patients. It's when he makes his rounds that I will strike.
It's clear you've given this some thought. I give you leave to go.
And there is
Remove
the
this stain
feather.
from Akka, Altair. Perhaps it will help cleanse your own. Rest here until you're ready to begin your mission.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Hi, Cooper. I know. And of course, everyone, I do want to thank you for coming on in. We've had a consistent number of people join the stream and watch, and I love it when that happens. And we've had a pretty active chat too. It's amazing what happens when I, am actually able to stick to my own schedule. Now, for those that aren't aware, I am in the process of moving. That will be finished at the beginning of the month. So at that point, I truly hope I will be able to go back to a normal schedule. And I will be very readily available for our typical 4 days a week streaming. Unfortunately, at this point, I have no idea when I will be able to stream again. But for those of you new to the stream, or for those that just want a reminder, this is not the only Assassin's Creed stream we'll be doing. We will be playing through the game, but we will be alternating between playing this and Halo Combat Evolved. Yes, Leon, it is very nice, and I am all kinds of excited to move already. The place we're moving to is significantly smaller. It's not a studio, but it's just a much smaller apartment than the house we're in. And but this apartment has a lot of character to it. It's a loft made from an old school gym, and it has the bleachers and the same hardwood floors in it. It's just so interesting, and again, it has so much character. Oh, come on. And I simply cannot wait to move in and get settled in there. I also cannot wait to figure out how I'm going to get inside. As these somewhat crazy guys are going to make it very hard for me to get in, as will the guards. But has to be up here is probably my best opportunity. Up and over. Oh, come on, Altair. Sorry, ma'am, I didn't mean to, knock you over or anything. There we go. I was wondering why he wasn't pulling himself up. Actually, Duke, it does not. The first Assassin's Creed was completely devoid of any add-ons or multiplayer. So as far as the last generation of games, it's kind of amazing it became as big of a hit and franchise as it did for not having any of that, any of the modern equivalencies, I guess. The second game did have story DLC that you could, take it or leave it. And then Brotherhood was the first one that had multiplayer. And I think, yes, it did have DLC. It had actually a pretty sizable piece of DLC. I have no idea if I needed rid of him, but I just want to be safe.
Come no further.
I'm just gonna go down slowly. Because if I try to drop, that is just going to hurt. Memory currently recording.
No, help! Help me! Help me! Please! You must help me!
That man in the apron is the one we will
Enough,
need
my
to
child. I asked
kill.
you to retrieve the patient, not to kill him. There. Everything will be all right.
No!
Give me
No.
your hand.
Don't touch me! Not again!
Cast out this fear, else I cannot help you.
Help me? Like you helped the others? You took their souls! I saw! But not mine! No! You'll not have mine! Ah!
Take hold of yourself. Do you think this gives me pleasure? Do you think I want to hurt you? But you leave me no choice.
Every kind word matched by the back of his hand! All lies and deception! He won't be content until all bow before him!
You should not have done that. Return him to his quarters. I'll be along once I've tended to the
You
others.
can't keep me here! I'll escape again!
No, you won't. Break his legs, both of them. I am so sorry. Have you people nothing better to do?
Nasty little scene, isn't it? And yes, Duke, you are correct. I know all the Battlefield 4 DLC is on sale on Xbox right now. I can only assume it's that way on PlayStation. I don't know about Hardline. I didn't see if those were on sale.
The worst is over then. So tired. Then rest, my child.
So I can use Eagle Vision, and we can see him in the gold walking in that direction. And for a limited time, he'll stay highlighted. Went on diets back then. For most people, I don't think that was a concern. I don't believe that most individuals were concerned about their diet.
You fought hard at first. Most do. But now it's not the hard parts.
I owe you my life. I'm yours to command. Thank you.
God dang it, those crazy guys pushing me does not help me blending. And he didn't even see me, somehow.
I'll rest now, yes. The endless dream calls to me. But before I close my eyes, I must know what will become of my children.
You mean the people made to suffer your cruel experiments? They'll be free now to return to their homes.
Homes? What homes? The sewers? The brothels? The prisons that we dragged them from?
You took these people against their will.
Yes. What little will there was for them to have. Are you really so naive? Do you appease a kind child simply because he wails? But I want to play with fire, Father. What would you say? As you wish. Ah. But then you'd answer for his burns.
These are not children, but men and women full grown.
In body, perhaps, but not in mind. Which is the very damage I sought to repair. I admit, without the piece of Eden, which you stole from us, my progress was slowed. But there are herbs, mixtures, and extracts. My guards are proof of this. They were madmen before I found and freed them from the prisons of their own minds. And with my death, madmen they will be again.
You truly believe you were helping them?
It's not what I believe. It's what I know.
And so goes another falls. Oh, you guys got out of my way. Thank you. Come on, move. And yes, Duke, they did announce the Ezio collection. I really liked that trilogy of games. However, as much as I did, I still have copies of each of them. And so, you know, it's a very hard sell getting me to purchase games that I still own. As I'm sure it is for just about anyone. Oh, come on. Give me a bench or something. There. Alright, now... Oh, I'm not that far from the Bureau, too. That, and so far, they haven't shown us if they're giving any improvements. Right now, it's just, we're putting these on next gen. Okay, that's great. Are you going to give us a commentary like BioShock? Which, by the way, I've heard that is a wonderful, wonderful feature in the game. Are you going to increase the frame rate? Are you going to increase the textures? What are you going to do to make us want to buy it? But that also reminds me, have you heard what BioShock Collection did
Garnier
for streamers?
Then you should return to Masyaf with news of your victory.
There is something else.
Did you just
Speak
put a
it
book
then,
on top of a
or
book?
would you have me read your mind?
What do you think he wanted from these people? That he would keep them and experiment on them as he did?
Yours is not to ask, but act, Altair. It doesn't matter what he did or why. Only that he's dead.
But Garnier seemed to believe he was helping these people.
Is that what you saw?
No. What I saw was not a place of healing, but of pain.
Then why are we having this conversation?
I don't know. Forget I spoke of it.
I already have.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
So, the BioShock Collection, for everything that's good in it, blocks the built-in streaming apps of both Xbox and PlayStation 4. No idea why, but the complete game is blocked from streaming.
God damn it! What's the problem now?
I'm getting weird temperature readings. I think the Animus is overheating.
Christ, it's always something! How long?
Too soon to tell.
These delays are unacceptable, Miss Stillman. I want progress reports
I know,
every
right?
hour.
Like, that is not how you encourage people to buy the game. Like,
Get some rest.
I have a copy of BioShock 2 on my shelf. I have the free copy of BioShock Infinite I was given. And I defeated the first BioShock long ago, traded it in. That streaming is why I would buy the BioShock collection. And now you're telling me that I can't even do that? Like at least with Batman Arkham Knight, key scenes were banned from being streamed. Still hated it, but at least they let me stream most of the game. Like, come on.
Why is he always yelling at you? It's his machine.
His theories. He's not the one who built it.
Who did? You?
No. Abstergo has a team of engineers. Not much they don't have. But I did oversee the assembly. Guess that's why he gets so angry with me.
He's a dick.
He's under a lot of pressure. We all are.
Can't believe you're defending the guy.
Warren saved my life, so if he wants to yell a little, let him.
You know, I didn't hear the kind of sounds it was making when I originally played.
What do you mean he saved your life?
You're not the only one who doesn't get to go home at night.
Wait, are you saying you're a prisoner?
When they first approached me, I was finishing up my PhD. The university had made it clear I had no future there. They didn't like the subject of my doctorate, called it pseudoscience. Said keeping me on would discredit and embarrass them. It was the same everywhere. Other universities, companies I interviewed with. Pretty soon I was out of money and out of time. I was this close to waiting tables. Then I got a letter.
From Vidic?
He said he'd been following my career since undergrad, that he believed in my work and wanted to meet to discuss my future. You have no idea how good it felt to hear that. So I met with him. What did I have to lose?
And he offered you a job.
Yes, here at Abstergo, helping out on the Animus project. I'd have a chance to test my theories and prove the professors wrong. How could I turn that down?
Think I'm missing the part where you became a prisoner.
Sometimes I wonder if they weren't behind it all. If they manipulated events so that I'd get desperate. They can do that. They can do anything. I didn't think when I agreed to come here. They even told me I'd be trapped. For 6 months, a year max. Once the product launched, there'd be no need for secrecy anymore. But until then, I'd be a guest of the company. At least, that's what they said.
And when the Animus was ready?
They came in while I was sleeping. 3 guys. Guns. They dragged me out of bed. God. The worst part is I knew them. One guy... They were cracking jokes. I tried to pull away. He hit me. And that's when he told me I was going to die.
Christ, what did you do?
Nothing. I kept telling myself it wasn't real. And then Warren was there, shouting at them to get away from me. And they listened.
Jesus.
He's not a happy man, Desmond. I wouldn't even say he's a good man, but he saved my life. They never came for me again, and he promised they never would.
You're still stuck here working for these nut jobs.
But I'm alive. Anyway, I really do need to get the Animus repaired. I'll see you tomorrow, Desmond.
Alright, so that's going to be the end of her dialogue this time. But wow, has she not had a fun time. And yes, Duke, I've seen that Sonic Mania Collector's Edition. I'm still not positive. I'm still not positive that I want to pick it up, but that is an impressive looking Collector's Edition. Of course, what I'll probably end up doing...
Someone's been in here.
...is just waiting it out.
Looks like some kind of access code.
I wonder what that access code is going to do. Oh me, oh my. But I told you guys there'd be one more assassination, and that puts us at, pretty much a third of the way through the game already. So how about that? Again, guys, I want to thank you for coming on into the stream. That will be it for the day. However, before you go, I want to encourage something that I haven't done before. So bear with me while I look it up here. And see who else is available. Oh, and of course, those of you that are in the room, whether you recently joined or have been watching, if you haven't already, hit that follow button. It will always be appreciated when you do so, but that way you can always be notified of when I go live, and ideally of what else I will be playing. Oh, let me see. No, I didn't realize Star-Lord was also hosting. Thank you, Star-Lord. I really did not realize that he was. Well, I was hoping that someone I followed would be playing right now. Unfortunately, the only one that has a pretty sizable group of people in there, and I was wanting to do a raid on someone that typically doesn't have a ton of people. Oh well, there'll be another time for that. But hey, like I said, guys, thank you for coming on in. If you do not do so already, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. There you are, as well as on YouTube. All of the streams do end up on YouTube eventually. It's just taking me a lot of time to work on the Halo ones, but with moving and all that going on. But again, one more time, thank you for coming on in. I will see you next time.